Morning, guys. Okay, so I had done a video about how to get rid of mealybugs off of the orchid, and that video was awesome, except that it was the mealybugs were really bad, and I actually had to take it a step farther. So this is, if your mealybugs are worse than that or as bad as that, then here's the next step, okay? And what I had to do over the course of a few months. And I've been trying this, and I wanted to make sure that it was actually effective before I just shared, like, oh hey, this is how it worked, you know, because definitely what I did in the first video should be done. That's step one, 100% step one. And then this is now going to be step two. Okay, so step two, I just bought a spray bottle and I filled this with rubbing alcohol, okay, and I marked it really good so that nobody would like think it was spray for the plants and to start spraying all my plants. So this has rubbing alcohol in it, and this is the plant. I know it doesn't look awesome. This leaf looks horrible, and this one does too, but what you have to, these two were the existing leaves, and what I had to do was, well, you can also see that there's like lots of new growth coming in on there. So like this orchid is going to be completely fine. It has new growth coming in the center too. It lost this one, the one side on the right. But what I had to do was I had to come in here. You can see there aren't any more mealybugs. There's just kind of a mess looking, but you know what? It saved the plant. So this is what I did. I had to come in here and I had to spray all in there, all on top of the dirt, on the back side of all of the leaves, spray this whole thing down with the rubbing alcohol cleaner, which I was like, oh man, this is either going to kill the plant or save the plant. And so that's why it took a while to finish this video, because this leaf is definitely going to die. This side died. This side is growing new leaves, and the center is growing new leaf, and this one is totally happy. So it worked. So what I did was I just sprayed this down probably about once a week at first, and then once every 2 or 3 weeks. And I did this for, how long did I do this for? For about 3 months. I did this for about 3 months. So, you know, the first once a week, and then about every other week, and then I kind of forgot about it. I'm like, oh yeah, I haven't sprayed it in a while. So I sprayed it down again, and then after that one, I was like, oh, there's really not any sign of anything coming back. So then I did once a month. I sprayed it down. So yeah, so if that makes sense. So let's recap that one. I sprayed it down. So I sprayed it down once a week for the first probably 3 weeks, and then I sprayed it down every other week for the next 2 weeks. So, and then I didn't touch it again for a month, and then I sprayed it down one more time. And after that, I was like, okay, there's clearly nothing growing on it. And then I've just started watering it like normal, as if it has nothing wrong with it at all. And it is doing really good. So 3 months and a few dead leaves later, but the orchid is still doing good, which I'm glad, because orchids can be really tough. So I'm excited. I've got one really big healthy leaf that's going strong. And then these new baby ones that are coming in that look so cute. They're doing really well. This one's coming in really nice. So that's definitely a success story. So the first video, if you watched it or if you didn't, you should watch too, just to see what I did. I cleaned it all up, repot, like hosed the whole thing down, repotted, got it all cleaned up. I'll put a link, if I can, in the description of that video, and then I'm taking care of it from there. So hopefully this is the last video in the series of how to get rid of mealybugs on the orchid, but I might come back with a video in a few months of just like, hey, look how good it is now, you know. And so there's no more mealybugs on it. It worked really well. It was really, really bad. I have never seen anything insane like that before. I've never dealt with mealybugs before, but this one I thought was a goner, so I thought, well, why not try and save it? Because if I can't save it, it's going to go in the trash, but if I don't even try, it has to go in the trash too. So why not give it a shot before I just dump it? So it worked. I'm really happy with it. It's doing great. It's got beautiful little baby orchid starts going on, and yeah, so that was a successful get rid of mealybugs on the orchid, and we'll probably come back in a few months when it's beautiful and lush and not, you know, surviving being cleaned with rubbing alcohol. So, yep, let's see. Hopefully that works for you guys too. If the first step works and that's good enough, then by all means stop there. But if they just don't seem to stop, I would definitely take the next step and get the rubbing alcohol in a spray bottle and just spray it all over like you would if you were washing it with water. Like I get a spray bottle and I spray it all down with water, and then if I'm trying to clean it all up. So I would do it that same amount, like spray it down good. And yeah, make sure you get underneath in all the crevices. And I also did spray the dirt down, like just straight down on the dirt, like I was just rinsing the top off of the dirt as well. And then I would still water it like I would normally water it, but then I also sprayed it down. So yep, hopefully that works for somebody else and that you guys have success with your orchids. They're so pretty. They're kind of hard to grow, but they're mostly just kind of finicky. Once you figure it out, they do really, really well. So good luck, my friends.